if I gave it.
So welcome back, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm excited about bringing on my next guest. She's also been with me once before. We're live on Facebook, so like us, follow us. We're going to be sharing the show afterwards. I don't know how I do this. So about, it's somehow I get everybody that's kind of about homes and that kind of stuff, and it just so happens that that's the way it is today. I have with me Janelle Joyce, and she is the owner of Show Homes Luxury Staging. Welcome back to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, thanks so much for having me. My name is Janelle Joyce, and I'm with Show Homes Luxury Staging. And we stage not just luxury homes, although we do specialize in them, but we stage homes all over the valley to help homeowners sell their homes for more money.
So tell everybody a little bit of it, why it's so important for people to have someone do their staging for them and not try and do it themselves.
It is essential to stage a home properly to sell. Really, there's two big steps that it takes to get an offer. The first is two parts. It has to be priced right, and the online presence has to be phenomenal. The online presence means the photos have to look great, both for MLS and for the consumer websites like Realtor.com and Redfin and that kind of thing. And then from there, the second big part of getting an offer is the buyer has to attach to the house when they get there. They have to be excited about it. And staging is so important on both those fronts, both for the photos and for when they get there to be wowed.
Right.
And it's a strategy. It's very strategic.
It's not about just baking cookies right before they come in, right?
Well, a house does have to smell good. I will say that.
And that's a good thing, but you can't just do that. So much more. Go ahead. All right. So the impact, when you said they have to have that wow. So when you come in, I think let's talk a little bit about you and what makes you different than some of the other people out there. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, first of all, I have 10 years experience doing this, which is a big deal. And I've worked with every imaginable style of home in the Valley and all different price points as well. But I have a very, my strategy going in is very focused. I'm only looking at doing two things when I stage a house. I want to make a good first impression, so whatever the buyer sees when they walk in that front door has to be a knockout. And then I want to make a really big ending impression. So where buyers tend to linger at the end of a showing, which is usually kitchen, family room, master bedroom. So that's all I'm thinking about. I don't need to go crazy with budget for homeowners. I want to be very strategic in doing exactly what's needed to match the price point of the house and get people excited.
Now, you said that you're valley-wide, and your phone number to call at 602-349-7840, and her website is showhomesluxurystaging.com. Okay, and the other things that I want to talk about, too, in staging, okay, like you said, you just said something very important, because everybody is all about, well, what's it going to cost me? And obviously you need to make money and spend money to make money, but can you help them do it so that it's not, too outrageously expensive?
That's one of the main things that I always focus on is taking into account the price point of the house and making sure the staging matches it. So I don't want to over-design for say maybe under $500,000 house. I'm not going to over-design it. I want to be very strategic, and sometimes if a homeowner says, look, this is the budget I'm working with, I say, okay, I feel comfortable with maybe cutting out the master bedroom, but let me do everything else the right way, because my mentality is if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, because sometimes we'll say, well, can you just take a little bit out of each room? It's like, no. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this the right way. I'd rather skip a room that maybe feels intuitive to a buyer, like if a master is really large and they can tell, okay, I could fit a king and 2 nightstands and a dresser and a couple of chairs.
Right, that's all they want to know is, can it fit?
Yeah, can I fit, right? So if it feels intuitive, then I'll adjust it. But I'm always taking into the homeowner, it's a collaboration with the homeowner, taking into account the price point of the house, their budget.
I think that's important.
It's different. I mean, everyone is so different. I might be working with a family trust where the homeowner has passed away, and that's a whole different ballgame too, because then it's very emotional. And so I also want to take into account budget for that, because sometimes there isn't necessarily a whole lot of budget.
Or they don't want to in that area, but they still need to.
Oh, they definitely need to.
Exactly. And again, her number to call, she's valley-wide. Her phone number is 602-349-7840. Her website is showhomesluxurystaging.com. on your website, and it's been a while, but I know I went onto it. Do you have lots of pictures of different things that you do? You got to have that. Go ahead. Tell them about it.
There's tons and tons of photos on there. And also, and I've kind of, because there's so many different houses on there, I also, when I actually meet a homeowner and create a proposal, I kind of take little snippets from all different style and size houses that people can get a real feel for the variety of what I do.
It's showhomesluxurystaging.com, and again, her phone number is 602-349-7840. You know, you have a question here that's interesting. What types of staging are there? What did you mean by that?
So I could go in, get called in to stage a home that is occupied. It could be vacant or occupied. So somebody might still be living there during the listing period, which means I'm going to be working within their furnishings. Now, sometimes I do ask them to store some things and let me bring in something maybe more current and up-to-date furnishing-wise. But when I'm working with their furniture, it might be a matter of, listen, you've lived here for a long time. Your house is comfortable for you, but it might not necessarily be attractive to buyers because sometimes people have their furniture set up in a way,
we're
right?
living in the Taj Mahal. I've said it before.
I mean, sometimes I go in and they have a million pieces of furniture all angled towards the TV, and it's like, you're making this room look tiny. Like, I know, Dad likes his favorite recliner, but it's got to go in the garage.
At least for the moment.
So that's one type of staging that I do where it's occupied, and I just teach them, okay, let me bring my guys and let's move some stuff around. Maybe I want to bring in some different art and accessories, that kind of thing. And then with vacant staging, sometimes if there's no budget, sometimes I'm just doing an accessories package, like artwork, maybe an area rug, maybe a tree, decorate the kitchen, do the bathrooms. So there's all different levels to staging. It doesn't have to be this overwhelming cost. It could be something as simple as tweaking what's already there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, again, you can call her direct. Her phone number is 602-349-7840. Her website is showhomes with an S, luxurystaging.com. She's had 10 years of experience, and she's valley-wide. So let's say, how does a buyer then get started to work with you?
You mean the seller?
I'm sorry, did I say that wrong? Okay, to the seller. Okay, there you go.
Well, mostly it's the real estate agents that contact me. Sometimes people will find me, from online presence or from newspaper articles or doing something like this. But typically it's the real estate agent that I've worked with a million times over, and they'll call and say, this client needs your help. You go see them right now.
Right.
Or they'll say, hey, I've got this vacant house. Go check it out and put your inventory together. So it's usually the realtors who find me. But sometimes homeowners will see my work somewhere. Maybe if they go...
Well, they're listening to this right now.
Yes. Or if they go to open houses in their neighborhood and they'll say, oh my gosh, who staged this? And then I'll get a whole bunch of phone calls.
Right. Yeah. And what's the difference, again, tell them when you do something compared to when they try and do it themselves. Do you know what it's going to take to make that house look wow?
Listen, it's my job, and this is where it's different. Like, a homeowner is going to be very emotional about their house, right? My job is to put myself in the eye of the buyer, and that is a very different view than a homeowner. I'm looking at what the buyer's experience is from the second they walk in the door to the second they leave. So that's where the strategy comes in from a professional who does this for a living.
What is the number one thing that most people try and do wrong when they're going to say their house?
Probably picking their own paint color. That's a tricky thing because that is the whole feel of the house. So like having a professional come in to say, okay, paint, carpet, those kind of things, before we even get to the furnishings, let's make sure the base is there for me to build upon.
So, sometimes you might come in and say, look, we need to repaint the house, or even at least this room, right?
Yeah, I give everything. I give a full report. If I say, look, the house looks great, but I really think that maybe we should change out this light fixture over the formal dining area, to something more current. Or, yes, I think we need to do some touch-up paint here, or you got to get these carpets cleaned in this room. I give them a full holistic view of how I think that house should look by the time we get finished.
How do you bring in your different, I want to say props, but the furniture and the different things that you bring in? Where do you get all those?
I have a huge warehouse myself, and then I also work with furniture companies when my inventory gets low, because I'm usually keeping, around 30 houses staged at any given time, and that's a lot of furniture.
It is a lot of furniture. So, it's good to know that you also have your own, too. They want to know that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so even if a house, I've staged up to, I think the largest is 16,000 square feet. Even with 16,000 square feet, we're in and out of there in one day. We've got the furniture trucks. We've got SUVs full of accessories. We're in and out of there.
You want to get that house sold. That's what it's all about.
I want the photographer to come in right after me, get those photos taken, get them on MLS, and get it sold.
That number to call her direct, it is 602-349-7840. Her website is showhomes with an S, luxurystaging.com. She's valley-wide. And do you do consultations with people?
Absolutely.
She will do a consultation with you as well. And you can call her again at 602-349-7840.